Hi, everybody in liberal arts. On behalf of Dixie, Jamie, and myself, thank you so much for being willing to do this syllabus task. It's really important that we just know where everything stands in terms of our syllabi before HLC comes to visit. And it's a good way for us to just kind of know what the online and hybrid classes look like in our programs so that we can tag anything that needs to be changed. So thank you very much for doing this. This is just a little video to show you how to go about the task. So you can see that the first step is going to be going to the SharePoint site and then find the School of Liberal Arts folder. In there on the left-hand side, you'll see the list of the menu here. You'll click on the EUP Syllabi for review. Thanks to Patricia Hampton for putting all of these in a really organized manner on the SharePoint site. So you'll see the list of programs here that we're reviewing. At the bottom of the list, you'll see the course compatibility audit form blank. That's the form that you'll be filling out for each course where you're comparing syllabi. I'll show you a couple of examples of completed forms in this little video from psychology. So that's the first place that you'll go. You'll just keep copying this form over and over once for each class. So I'll go to psychology here and you'll see that I've already done the psychology ones. Just in case you're curious, there were a total of 13 psychology courses that I compared. It took me a little bit less than 2 hours, and that includes a little bit of goofing off and checking my email. So hopefully this isn't too time consuming of a task for you. So what you'll do is you'll see that Patricia has already loaded all of the syllabi that you're going to compare. So usually probably there will be only 2. Occasionally there will be 3 if there's a hybrid version of the course. So as an example here, you can see here there's Psych 295 Fall 2020 Beckwith. That's the Storm Lake version. The EL is going to be the online version. And then if there's a Z, that means it's a hybrid version. So you'll compare all 3 of those when there are 3. So you'll see here that they're just listed in numerical order, so you know which ones you need to do. And there will also be a folder at the top of that list that says completed audit forms. That's where you will save the forms. These are protected so that only you, the division chairs, and Dixie can see these. So you'll see that I've already done the ones for psychology. Those are already uploaded to the folder for psych, and I'll show you just a couple of these as examples just to show you that you don't have to be writing 2 pages on these. They're pretty brief, user-friendly forms. So for Psychology 100, you can see here you put the name of the course at the top. What did you compare? So it's just 1 online, 1 Storm Lake. The only other thing you might put on here is maybe 1 hybrid. So for psychology, across all of the classes, the most common issues were that the course description didn't exactly match the academic catalog, and that the objectives in the online or hybrid version didn't match the objectives in the Storm Lake version. So you can see here that those 2 problems both existed for Psych 100. You check yes or no, and then you put a little note. So here, the Storm Lake course description doesn't match the catalog. So that was actually the Storm Lake version of the syllabus that needed to be fixed. The syllabi did not have identical course learning objectives. The online course learning objectives need to be updated. So 1 change for Storm Lake, 1 change for online, but the levels of rigor in Psych 100 are pretty close. So that wasn't a problem. At the bottom of the form, there will be a place for you to put any additional notes, explanations, just any extra things that you notice that are important. So when I was looking at the online version of Psych 100, I noticed that whoever developed the class chose a book by a guy named Myers. It's a really common, popular book, but it also costs about $150. So my recommendation would be that we revise this class and just pick a different textbook that's not as expensive. So I mentioned that, and then I also mentioned here that the Storm Lake version of the course has to update the course description to match the catalog. So pretty easy peasy. I'll pick one more here that's my own fault, Psych 329, a psychology of gender. You'll see here that this one was very brief. Just I compared 1 Storm Lake, 1 online, 1 hybrid. The syllabi did not have identical course descriptions. My fault, my syllabus did not have the identical course description that was in the catalog, so that's an easy change. The learning objectives were also not identical. Again, that was my fault. My learning objectives didn't match the online version, and the online version was actually great. So similar levels of rigor, and then I just put at the bottom, Storm Lake course just needs to update course description and learning objectives. So simple, shouldn't take you too long to do these. Once you are all done with the forms, let me show you So like I said, you'll save them in this completed audit forms folder. Once you are done with each class, you'll see that there's a column here that says reviewed no. You need to change all of those to reviewed yes. So the way that you do that is there'll be a little button here that you can click on to the left of the name of each file. You can click on that. And then to the side here, it might automatically pop up this list of properties. If it doesn't automatically pop up for you, you have to click on this little circle with the letter I inside of it, like for information. So you click on the little I, and hopefully this other window will pop up. And if you scroll down, you'll see here that there will be a check mark that says reviewed and no. So what you do is you have to actually click on the word no, and then magically a little toggle will appear, and you toggle it over to yes, and then it'll save. And you'll see here that now in the column for reviewed, it says yes. So you can do this one at a time if you want, kind of as a checklist as you go. If you would rather, you can wait until you're completely done. And then if you move your mouse right over to the left of this name, this little circle will appear, right? It wasn't there before, now it's there. If you check that, all of the things will be checked. You have to uncheck the folder, and then you can just go reviewed yes over here, save, and now magically in the column for reviewed, after it saves, they'll all change from no to yes. Let's wait. Yay! Oh, there they go. They're going kind of slowly one at a time. Hang on. So yep, they're all switching over to yes now. Okay, so that's your last step. So if you have any questions about this, just let Jamie, Dixie, or I know, and we're happy to answer questions. Again, we thank you for the time that you're putting into this. It's really important to prepare for the HLC visit for us to just know kind of where the hybrid and online classes in our programs stand and whether anything needs to be really prioritized. If you see a class that's very problematic and needs to be fixed immediately, please let Jamie, Dixie, or I know, and we'll put that at the top of the list for revisions for online or hybrid. Thanks again, and good luck with the task.